Hi, everybody. Antonio here with another daily reminder for you. And today's daily reminder is step off, or more accurately, step away. Step away from your problems, step away from your challenges, step away from whatever you're whatever you're struggling with or wrestling with at the time. Is step away. Step away from them temporarily to give yourself an opportunity to work through them on a unconscious or subconscious level. Have you ever been walking through the mall or the grocery store and you see that person that looks vaguely familiar and they come up to you and they say your name, "Hey Antonio, good to see you," blah blah blah, and you can't really remember their name, so you kind of give them that, "Hey, you, what's going on? How have you been? How is everybody? And the fam, how is what's going on with you?" And they go into their spiel and you're like, "Wow, I have no idea who this person is. I can't remember." But you go along hoping that they'll say something that says, "Yes, boom, old classmate or workmate," or whatever the case may be. But let's say they never do that and you still can't figure out their name. But now you're driving down the street 3 hours later, then whoosh, oh, so and so, Tamika, that's who that was, or Sally, etc. That's who that was. Oh man. Or you're in the shower or doing some other innocuous task, just some brainless activity, and then that person's name just comes rushing in. Well, that is a real phenomenon that happens because of the way our brains work. And I'm oversimplifying this, but just imagine your brain being like this big warehouse full of boxes and files and file cabinets, etc. So it's just information that's stored in different ways. And what happens is when you are trying to remember something, it goes to that warehouse, if you will, and it's like, oh man, where's this information stored? Tries to find it by time of year. Sometimes it might try to find it based on the type of engagement or interaction you have with a person, maybe your jobs, because your brain, again, it kind of organizes your life and all the information, your memories in that way. So you have this powerful thing called your subconscious that goes out and tries to find the answers to who that person was. And it also taps into your superconscious as well, but that's for another video. But what it's doing is going and searching, and just again oversimplifying, but just imagine it going up and down these aisles, looking at different years. Okay, it's probably not this over here, it's probably not over there. Then it finally figures out high school English class, Tamika. Boom. That's how it finds that information. Then boom. And then it runs it up to the front, passes it on to your conscious mind. And you're like, yes, oh my gosh, that was Tamika or whatever the person's name is. Well, you can use that same phenomenon for remembering names and other information like that for actually solving a lot of the problems that you have. If you're experiencing some issue, challenge, whether it be a technology problem or you're trying to write something or you're doing something for whatever, where you work or whatever, step away from it. Just step off for a few minutes and go do something that's completely brainless. I wouldn't recommend watching a mystery crime show because but doing something, maybe taking a shower, going for a walk, bouncing a ball, whatever thing that brings you some type of joy, whatever brings you some type of joy, but that doesn't require a whole lot of brain power. And what will happen is, again, your subconscious and superconscious will go out to find the answers to whatever you're dealing with, because the answers exist, right? In the one mind, the answers exist, but it's just accessing that information in the time frame that you want. And sometimes you need to step away in order to give your brain or create the space for that answer to come to you. This happened to me the other day. I was working on an issue, trying to figure out. It was about a campaign that we were putting together. And we were looking at kind of multiple layers of communication through this campaign. I'm like, this is I just don't like too much right now. So I stepped away. I went off and watched who was it? Hannibal Buress, which is one of my favorite comedians. I watched Hannibal Buress for a while, and then I walked into the kitchen, and as soon as I walked into the kitchen, boom, the answer came up, and I turned right around, went into the office, and was able to figure out the issue that we were having with that campaign. So this happens more than you think. However, what we end up doing is we try to effort ourselves into thinking of the answer right then and right there. Sometimes that can work. Most times it doesn't. Most times it doesn't. But regardless, when you step away, you give yourself that opportunity. That's why those names come rushing in. That's why those answers come rushing in. And by the way, if I've done that to you in the grocery store or gas station, my apologies. All right. Okay. So a lot of things going on. Sometimes you just can't remember names in the moment. But anyway, but yeah, so step away from your problems and challenges. Give yourself some space. Give yourself some time for that answer to come to you, because the answer exists. The answer exists in the Almighty. There is no answer that doesn't exist. It's just us and our opportunity, our obligation, our responsibility for accessing or accessing that answer. And by stepping away, you give yourself the opportunity to do so. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and step away, and I hope the answers to my problems are solved. Likes, comments, and shares. Will that be solved today? Hope so. All right. With that, guys, I'm signing off for today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Another daily reminder. Take care.